Do you feel alone? A month ago, someone asked me something similar to this question and inspired me to make the script for this video. I also think it's pretty relatable. So let's talk about why you should love being alone.
Hey, slime. Man, yeah, slime through the deep blue like it got grease on it, fam. Big bandit pull up, whole ocean of woods, bragging gang. Shout out RP, free the real till his back was on God. We out on Bandy yacht, that smell like Zot.
I think it's safe to say that over my 21 years of being alive, I've become quite the expert on enjoying your life, and I think that being okay with being alone plays a huge role in that. Growing up, I wasn't really much of a social person, and I was nowhere near as extroverted as I am today, especially when I was younger. Like in school, I was the quiet kid in the back of the classroom, working on my own comic, and also simultaneously one of the smart kids who would let other kids just cheat off my paper. It was fine. But it was also pretty difficult to make any lasting friendships because my family would move to a new place every year or so. And I think that manifested in some type of emotional detachment. Don't quote me on that. But if you take that, some depression, anxiety, blend it all together, and you know what you get? A know-it-all, angsty kid who understands social norms but doesn't quite fit the mold. And that was pretty much me until high school. By then, I had already accepted that I was pretty much an outsider. I was alone. Not literally, but in a way that definitely detached me from everyone else. And I didn't understand why. I thought maybe it was because I was just shy and introverted. But that can't be it, because even when I'm more expressive and outgoing now, I still didn't feel like I quite fit in, you know? I had a loving family, I had friendships. Hell, I even had a girlfriend at times. So what piece of the puzzle was missing? And like any normal person with an existential question that I don't know the answer to, I chat GPT'd it. Why do I feel alone even though everything in my life is fine? Okay. Basically, AI told me I don't have any deep connections in my life. And looking back on it, it was kind of right. The only deep connection I had was with myself, and every other social interaction felt more mechanical than genuine. I even hoarded my emotions when I should have been expressing them to my people who I considered my friends, right? And look, I'm not saying I'm a psychopath or a sociopath or anything, but I ain't really had that much empathy to be working with. I mean, like, I'm already leaning towards chaotic neutral, and so like this even explains my long list of breakups and relationships. Here, let me tell you guys a quick story. I was dating this girl in high school and everything was going great. We were going on dates, we kissed, held hands, the whole relationship thing, right? But maybe after like 3 months, something was off. I was texting her less and less. Date night started to feel like a chore. Intimacy felt more performative, and the initial attraction I felt towards her was gone. Eventually, I broke up with her, and I couldn't give her any real reason why other than I don't like you anymore. Then, of course, that creeping sense of loneliness came crawling back. And I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of messed up. It's like my brain took 3 months to fully process the trajectory of the relationship and was like, yeah, this isn't going anywhere meaningful. Might as well cut it off before she, you know, gets too attached to us. We're better off alone anyway. Horrible, I know, but there's a better side to this, trust me, just bear with me, man. See, let me explain it like this. Basically, you want something that truly connects you with another person. And anything besides that can just be trash because it serves no value in the first place. You know the true value of a relationship, of a friendship, of family, because depth is what matters most. And honestly, if you don't have any depth, being alone is way more peaceful. Like, bro, I'd rather sit in an empty room with a pencil and a half-broken eraser than hang out with people whose existence feels like background NPC dialogue. And that's when I realized something crazy. Being alone wasn't the problem. Feeling misunderstood was. The moment I stopped treating alone like a punishment and started treating it like a skill, that's when everything changed. So let's talk about the real reason you should enjoy being alone. Not the thick talk, soft life version. I'm talking about actual, psychology-backed, scientifically supported, Young Dawn certified truth. Because believe it or not, and I don't know who needs to hear this or not, but some of you are very lonely. Point number 1. Being alone makes you smarter, like literally. So boom, there's this social psychology experiment from the University of Virginia called the alone time study. Basically, researchers were like, hey, sit in this empty room with nothing to do except this button. Now, it shocks you if you press it. You can either sit here quietly with your thoughts or shock yourself. Bro, 67% of people in this study chose to shock themselves on purpose because they couldn't handle being alone for like 15 minutes. Now, this shows two things. One, humans are terrified of their own thoughts. And two, if you can handle being alone without electrocuting yourself like a cartoon character, congratulations, you're already ahead of most people. But it also shows something a little bit deeper. When you're alone, your brain starts doing its best work. Ever wonder why all your best ideas hit you in the shower or like 2 a.m. when you're trying to sleep? Brain be like, hey bro, I know you're tired, but what if we organize your entire life right now? That creativity, that clarity, that's the power of solitude, my friend. Point number 2, being alone makes you more attractive. Yes, I'm serious. Okay, look, this one's a little wild, but there's a social experiment from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology that showed something called the autonomous individual effect. Fancy name, simple meaning. Basically, people who are more comfortable alone are more confident, more self-defined, and more attractive socially. In the experiment, participants rated people who enjoyed solitude as more self-assured, less needy, more emotionally stable, and more mysterious. Apparently, people love mystery. Basically, being comfortable alone is literally like having main character energy without even trying. Point number 3. Being alone helps you avoid the wrong people. Look, let's be honest. A lot of y'all don't really fear loneliness. You fear sitting alone with your thoughts long enough to realize, dang, half of my friendships are trash. There's this famous social experiment called Dunbar Number 1, done by anthropologist Robin Dunbar. He found that humans can only maintain about 5 truly close relationships. 5, not 50, not your whole Instagram following, not the randoms in your Discord server. 5 real life relationships. And everything after that, acquaintances, proximity friends, vibe dependent allies, whatever you want to call them really. Point is, when you're more alone, you actually start to recognize who belongs in that top 5 and who doesn't even deserve a spot on the bench. This is why being alone is powerful. It filters out the filler arcs in your life. And I really want to be real with you guys for a second. Learning to love being alone saved me. Seriously, it taught me how to regulate my emotions, how to enjoy my own company, how to separate my needs from wants, how to stop chasing people who don't value me, how to build confidence from the inside out. Because once you learn how to be alone, you stop fearing it, you stop running from it, and you start choosing it. And when you choose solitude instead of accidentally stumbling into it, it becomes one of the most powerful things in your life. I think a lot of people misunderstand the whole concept of being alone. They think it's negative, like something you only do when nobody wants you. But actually, being alone is something you do when you finally want yourself. When you start to realize, I'm actually a cool person to hang out with. I can make myself laugh. I can plan my life the way I want it. And I don't need constant noise to feel alive. That's when loneliness transforms into freedom. Because when you're alone, you stop performing. There's no audience, no pressure, no expectations. You get to be the real you, not the school you, not the social media you, not the trying to impress them you, just you. And when you get comfortable with that version, nothing anybody says can shake you anymore. That's the real confidence, not the loud kind, the quiet kind. And look, it's not about avoiding people. Don't get it twisted. I still love hanging out. It's just that I have to hang out with the right people, but I don't need it anymore. And that's the difference. So if you're watching this and you feel alone, just know, maybe that's not a punishment. Maybe it's the phase of your life where you're finally leveling up, learning yourself, finding peace, building your identity. Maybe you're becoming the version of you that's meant to attract the right people later. But it starts with being okay with you. Enjoy your own company, building a life you like, even if no one else is in the room. Because once you can do that, you'll unlock the real freedom. So, after all that introspection, why should you love being alone? Well, because you're not going to be alone forever. At some point, you'll find that deep connection you're looking for. And eventually, it'll find you. At least, that's my take. This is The Artist, signing off.
Shout out RP, free the real till his back was on God. We out on Bandy yacht, that smell like the ocean breeze, can't even breathe.
What's What's good, Months? I hope you all enjoyed the video because I enjoyed making it for you. Just make sure you share this with your friends and folks back home. I got more animated videos in the works. If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below. And if you like my drawings and things of that nature, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Handy the Artist. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day and a fantastic life. See ya.
Sun kissed the water, turn the sea, rose gold, that song got fact. She kissed the wood tip, turn that rose gold too, then let bend it up, slow, no hand. Pull up to the sandbar, feet in the water, bitch still letting bend it up on top. If the world in the Marley's been and drown this and throw it on his yacht.